Hi, everyone. It's a ticket to Christ. Thank you for tuning back in. We're focusing this week on perseverance, not growing tired and weary of doing good, not growing tired of persevering and of overcoming and losing heart, right? So in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, it says, "And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith." Okay, and what can we glean from this? For me, if he has to say, don't be weary in doing good, right? It means that there is that temptation. There are times in which things might get so challenging in this life, in this world, in your journey, in your walk, maybe your interactions with people, that you could start getting tired, right? And losing faith or losing hope or getting discouraged, falling into discouragement. Or if you're getting too much disappointment, it could make you weary. Disappointment in relationships, people letting you down, just maybe people dealing unfairly with you, unjustly, being misunderstood, rejection. All of those things can make people weary, right? And want to stop or quit. And for some people, they might not stop going to church. They might not stop even reading their Bible and even praying, but they stop hoping. They stop believing. They stop having faith. They stop loving. You stop dreaming, right? And having the same enthusiasm in your faith walk as you did before. And so that is what we're guarding against, right? That something knocks you down, but it should not knock you out. A disappointment might make you have to catch your breath for a minute, but it's not going to slow you down. It's not going to cause you to quit and to compromise on your faith in any way. That you're going to still love, that you're going to still give, that you're going to meet whatever the moment is with faith and trusting in God. And a lot of times I think it gets more challenging if you have health issues, if you're not feeling well. Depending on the type of health issues, right, it can make it extra challenging. So if you're struggling with hormones, right, you're going through menopause, or if you have thyroid issues that disrupt hormones, or any kind of issue to deal with that deals with things that can affect your hormonal balance or how you feel, your mood, and especially if the weather is not bright and sunny, if it's gloomy, all of those things can have an impact. The nature around us can have an impact. Even the pull of the moon can have an impact on a woman's cycle, I read somewhere. So all sorts of things can impact your emotions. And so I think it's important to be mindful of that in our journey, in our spiritual walk with the Lord, right? So that we can persevere, because he says, look, it's the consistency of the walk that enables you to reap in due season. So it's sort of like this. A garden analogy would be if you planted seeds, but you didn't consistently water them and take care of them, they're not going to grow. Or if you do grow something, it's not going to grow well. It's not going to be healthy. It's going to be some scraggly thing, right? And so a part of sowing and reaping and being able to live a productive life and to be productive in the things that we do is the consistency behind it, right? So I think that's what he's getting at there. And then he talks about not missing an opportunity to do good to all men, right? But especially to those who are of the household of faith, especially to fellow believers, right? So always being glad for that opportunity to lend a hand to, hey, can I, help forward your resume to somebody, or somebody needs some other type of help, being willing to do that, being glad to do it, and having goodwill towards others. That's what I get from that. And being consistent in it. This takes not being self-focused, right? Me, what I think, what I feel, being willing to put aside your own feelings, right? And your own thoughts and look to do good to all people, not just your friends, not just your loved ones, not just to your family, but to outside as well, and even beyond the household of faith is what I'm getting he's saying here. So beloved, this week, that's what we're going to be focused on, looking at examples of people who had to persevere, and in due season that they did reap the benefits of it, looking at scriptures and insights that could help us just be inspired and encouraged by the lives of those who went before us, but also words to hold on to persevere with as you deal with whatever the challenges are that you're facing in your day-to-day walk and in your life. Maybe you're challenged with children, your children are acting up. Maybe it's your marriage. Maybe it's your friendships, that aren't going well. Maybe there's conflict in your church with you and others and the minister, or you're in disagreement, or you're feeling that you're seeing corruption, and it's making you discouraged and lose heart. Or maybe there are things, bigger spiritual issues that are happening in your extended family, or in, people that you know of, and it's concerning to you. And I think that, if you're going through those types of things, this is also a good reminder to anchor yourself in faith, in God. And these examples, the Bible tells us, these what happened before serve as examples to us so that we do not lose heart, so that we know, okay, other brothers and sisters went through it and made it through. That you're not feeling like, am I weird? Am I strange? Is there something wrong with me? But instead you can see, wait, this is a part of life, this is a part of the journey of life, and I can have an incredible victory through this. And this is how to persevere. This is how to view the situation, right? And that can be end up being a blessing to you and a blessing to others if you're able to get the right spiritual perspective in the circumstance. That is it for today, beloved. We'll pick it up again tomorrow and all this week. Have a great day.